This is Tough Tony Ant with the part 2 of the WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view review. I left off after the JTG and Shad match. Now let's go to the fourth match on the card. It's an Extreme Rules match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jack Swagger versus the Viper. I was about to say Legend Killer. The Viper, Randy Orton. Now about this, about Jack Swagger, being world champion. I don't mind it all that much. Jack Swagger's still showing that he has some collegiate wrestling skill. There was a couple things I wanted to note about this match. The hell? I'm trying to read my chicken scratch handwriting. Oh yeah, they was on the outside going at it, and Jack Swagger hit Randy Orton with a Northern Lights suplex on the outside. I mean, it was the last time we seen Aurora Borealis suplex. That's my little name for it. Instead of saying Northern Lights, like when I'm playing the game or something, I call it Aurora Borealis suplex. But I really like this match. Off the fact they didn't dampen Jack Swagger's style. They didn't. I thought they was just going to do punches and kicks the whole match. He was brutalizing Randy Orton with these suplexes. He belly-to-bellied him. He scoop-slammed him. I don't know if he German, so he gave him belly-to-back suplexes. He was slamming and suplexing Randy Orton for most of this match. I really enjoyed that. Seeing how that Randy Orton being the brawler, you seen Jack Swagger actually grapple Randy Orton. And I think Randy Orton needs to go up against guys like Jack Swagger more often, because it's good to see Randy Orton go up against an accomplished grappler once in a while, like 50 fucking matches with goddamn John Cena. But anyway, they used trash cans on each other. Randy Orton hit the fuck out of him with the trash can a couple times and put his head on the steel steps and started stomping on him and whatnot. One thing that Randy Orton did that was quite innovative, you know how Jack Swagger runs to the turnbuckle and does that, that body stat, when he jumps, grabs on, and falls on you. He tried that, and Randy Orton grabbed the world title belt and hit him right in the chest with it. That was pretty good. And of course, Randy Orton did his little DDT from the, in between the ropes. He was about to go for an RKO on the steel chair when Jack Swagger grabbed him and hit him with a sidewalk slam on that steel chair. Hit him right in the small of the back and the kidney areas of Randy Orton. Jack Swagger, he grabbed him, hit him with the gut wrench powerbomb for the win. This match was very good. I mean, this is probably, since the match with Kofi Kingston, this is the best match I've seen Randy Orton in. So, and I love, like I said, I love how they let Jack Swagger wrestle Randy Orton into utter submission. I haven't seen Randy Orton in that much in trouble during the match, but Randy Orton was fucking being brutalized and beaten in this match. Jack Swagger, I never seen Randy Orton in that much trouble during the match in a long time. He sure as hell got the advantage over John Cena. I'll give that match. My second match, this is the second time on this card that I'm giving a match a 100% 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed this match, and I don't think I'm being that lenient with the scores, because if anybody saw it, you probably enjoyed this match yourselves. Number 5, Sheamus versus Triple H. Yes, the match did go on. Now, beforehand, they were saying how Triple H had slight paralysis in his left arm, because Sheamus hit him in the pipe in the neck, in the head, and everything. Triple H came out. He was really selling that, left arm thing. Sheamus, Triple H for the most part was beating on Sheamus until he went for the pedigree, and of course he couldn't lock his hand. Then Sheamus pretty much whooped Triple H's ass for the majority of this match. They got to the outside, and I think Matt Striker was talking about adrenaline, how adrenaline goes to the body, and you can, use a body part that you couldn't use before. Triple H was beating on Sheamus on the outside. It was up the ramp. He tried to go for another pedigree. Sheamus flipped him over. The back of his head and neck hit the steel. Sheamus then kicked him with that bicycle kick. He dragged him to the ring again. And Sheamus, I think he tried to go for that crucifix Triple H counter. Tried to go for another pedigree. Wasn't working. Sheamus kicked him in the head for a second time. Triple H kicked out. Triple H then went to the turnbuckle, tried to lift himself up. Told Sheamus to suck it. Sheamus ran across the ring, kicked him for a third time. Then kicked him for a fourth time for the pin. And Sheamus actually beat Triple H. That was, I love the desperation of Triple H, you know, all that damage he took. He still hung in there, and Triple H took so much damage during this match. It was ungodly. Triple H didn't even want to be helped off with a stretcher. And he came off the stretchers, walked up the ring. Before he even got to the top, Sheamus came out, gave him a big boot to the head for the 5th time. Sheamus is a brutal son of a bitch. I mean, he's vicious. I kind of like that. So I gave that match a 4 out of 5. Next up, it was a extreme makeover match between Beth Phoenix and Michelle McCool for the women's championship. I can actually rate this one because it was an actual match. They had a bunch of makeup products and tables on the table. They had a bucket and mops. I don't know what the hell was in those buckets and mops. But Michelle McCool used the ironing board more than any weapon in there. She threw it at her. She slammed her on it, pushed her off the top of the rope on it. She never tried to hit that, I don't know if she did or not, but I don't think she tried to hit that move, the Styles Clash. I forget what she did try to hit it. But Beth Phoenix countered or kicked out. I don't remember. But what happened? What the hell happened? Beth went for some lawyer. Beth was going for one of those tilt-a-whirl side slams. And Michelle McCool, I don't know if it was meant to be countered, but Michelle McCool landed on her feet, and Beth Phoenix picked her up and hit her with the glam slam for the win. So Beth Phoenix is now the new women's champion. I gave that match a 3 out of 5, all off the simple fact that it was pretty good seeing them go at it. I gave it, better yet, yeah, I gave it a 3. I give it a 3. Because Beth Phoenix won. And I would have gave it a 3.5, but they had a makeover match, and the makeup was never brought into play, so I don't know. Better yet, I'll give it a 2. Better yet, on second thought, I'll give it a 2 out of 5. All the simple fact that you call it a makeover match, yet and still, this was probably the only match on the card that didn't have anything to do with the type of match that it was. That's why I have to give it a 2. Now when I come back for part 3, I'm going to talk about the Edge and Jericho cage match and, of course, the WWE title match, which I was sorely disappointed over. It's tough signing off for a couple seconds.